Good morning. Today we will talk about the present tense of a verb. It's April 23rd, 2020. It's a Thursday. We'll talk about the difference between present tense and present continuous, and we'll practice using present tense and present continuous by doing a review activity, and I'll discuss the questions that you have to answer. So, for the present tense, let's read it first before I point out the difference in the form. I dance, you dance, he dances, she dances, we dance, they dance. So this would be the pronouns and this would be the verb. Okay, verb means action. So, can you tell me which pronoun over here is different from the others? So if you said he or she is different, you are correct, okay? Because it's the only one that has S. If you look at the others, no S here, no S over here, only he or she has S, okay? Let's look at the next one. If you want to change it into the negative form, okay? So for sleep, we would use do not, okay? Let's read it first. I do not sleep early. You do not sleep early. He does not sleep early. She does not sleep early. We do not sleep early. They do not sleep early, okay? So let's look at the pronouns again on this side. Can you tell me which pronoun is different from the others? So if you said he or she, you are correct because it's the only one that has does not. Okay, the others, if you look over here, do not. At the bottom, it also says do not. Okay, so only he or she is different in this case. Okay, word to use to talk about the present. So every day, if you see this word, it's a clue that it is in the present. Another word for every day is daily. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Every week, every month, twice a month, today, on Fridays. So let me explain this. So for example, you say, I play basketball on Fridays. That means every Friday you would play, or at least most of the Fridays you would play. Okay? This morning, this afternoon, often, usually, and rarely. So let me explain rarely. Even though it's something that you do not do as much, because that's what rare means, you don't do it as much. If it's something that is true, you still use the present tense for that. So for example, you can say, I rarely walk outside. Okay, it's true that I don't do that, so I would use present tense, okay? Let's look at the uses of present tense. As I said, if something is true, you would use the present tense. Examples, I'm 13 years old. This is for you guys, okay? I'm older than that. I live in Washington, D.C. Something that happens a lot. So you play soccer every week. I visit my grandma twice a month. You have to use the present tense for that. Okay, let's talk about the present continuous because we are comparing the difference between present tense and present continuous. The other way that you would know that they are different would be the form. Okay, so let me read it first, then I'll talk about the form of the present continuous, which is different from just simple present tense or present tense. So I am swimming, you are swimming, he is swimming, she is swimming, we are swimming, they are swimming. So let's stop here first. This would be the be verbs over here. Okay, can you tell me which pronoun has different be verbs? So compare which ones are different from the others. So if you said I and he and she are different, you are correct, okay? As you can see here, I, the be verb is am. It goes together, those two all the time, they go together. He is, she is, that would go together all the time as well. The only ones that are the same would be you, we, and they. And if you look over here, present continuous, it would have ing. So if it's present continuous, the verb has to end in ing. Okay, as you can see here, all the verbs end in ing. Okay, words you use to know that it's present continuous. So now, right now, when you see those words, they are clues actually. Well, you won't see them at the same time. So I would just say they would be a clue, okay? Because you would either see now or right now, not together in the same sentence. So that would be present continuous. Currently is another word for now. At the moment is also another word for now. When you see these words, you would use present continuous. Okay, so when do you use present continuous? You use it when something is happening now. You don't have to put now here. You don't have to say we are eating now because we can see that they are eating at the moment. Okay, so that's why we can use present continuous to talk about this picture. Present continuous is also used when something is temporary. Temporary means that it's for a short time, okay, not long. Not permanent is what that means. But if you take out the not, put an X here, and permanent, if we just look at the word permanent, permanent means for a long time. So temporary, short time, permanent, long time. If we say not permanent means also not for long or short time. So example, they are staying in the house for 6 months. So 6 months is temporary, it's not long. Something permanent would be like if you stay in the house forever, or if you have lived there for 15 or 20 years, that's more permanent. Present continuous is also used to talk about the future. Yes. Yeah, kind of surprising because it says present, but you can actually use it to talk about the future. So the word next week is talking about the future, but you can say I'm traveling next week. So you can use the form of the present tense to talk about the future. Okay, remember the form, we have the be verb and then the verb ends in ing. Okay, so let's practice what you've learned. I want you to be able to differentiate or know the difference between present tense and present continuous and which one to use, okay? So here, Jake blank run now. So we have a clue word here, now. So would that be present continuous or present tense? Okay, so we say Jake is running now. Because it's now, we have to use present continuous and the form, which is the be verb and the verb ending in ing. So that's the form of present continuous. I visit my grandmother every Sunday. So is that present tense or present continuous? So this one is present tense. I visit my grandmother every Sunday. Every Sunday is the clue word. And you know when you see that it's present tense. Now, if we're talking about the little girl, like she, we can say she visits her grandmother every Sunday. Remember, for present tense, only he or she would change. This one, you have to choose the correct be verb. Is it am, is, or are? So she blank busy at the moment. What be verb should we put here in the blank? So if you said is, you are correct. So she is busy at the moment. If it's am, it should be I am busy at the moment. If it's are, you can say you are busy at the moment, we are busy at the moment, or they are busy at the moment. Okay, so that's why the answers am and are incorrect or not good. This one, the word like or the verb like, we have to change it into the negative form. Okay, so she blank like in the negative form, that means you would have no or not ice cream. So she blank like negative form ice cream. So would it be in the present tense or present continuous? Remember the picture of the man who cannot sleep? Okay, so how do you use the form of do in the negative form? Okay, so you say she does not like ice cream. Okay, because we're talking about she, you have to add the es here. She does not like ice cream. Okay, if it's the other pronouns like I, you, we, they, it would be do not like. Okay, so I'll show you guys. Oh, there's one more. I thought that was the end of it. This one, he travel every summer. So every summer is the clue word. Is that in the present tense or the present continuous form? So every summer is the clue word. So it's in the present tense because every summer, that means it happens often or a lot. So you say he travels every summer. So let's look at what you have to answer. You have 8 questions to answer. I will put this worksheet in Microsoft Teams. I just want to go over one question with you guys as an example. So he blank his English at the moment. So at the moment, that's your clue word. Okay. So is the answer A, studies, B is studying, or C, does study? So for this one, the answer is actually B, is studying, because at the moment is another word for now, which is present continuous. When you see this word, just think that you have to use the present continuous form. Okay, so you guys have until 5 p.m. to send me the answers to these 8 questions. If you have any question, please let me know by sending me a message. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.